Welcome to True Forex Funds. We are one of the best proprietary trading firm who funds their talented traders up to $400,000 after completing our two-phase evaluation process. And now we are going to interview one of our trusted funded trader.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. It's our pleasure to have you on True Forex Funds funded trader video interview. Thank you for joining us.
Very pleased to meet you.
Norbert, I want you to introduce a little bit yourself and talk about your experience with True Forex Funds. And then I think we can go over to how to manage risk properly, because I know you're a seasoned trader, you're really confident, and your trades are also showing these. You're really steady and firm. And you talked about how risk management is so important when it comes to trading, and how people should approach trading as a business. And this video would be a really great tool to talk about how to trade as a business.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Bert. I'm from Switzerland. I'm trading around 6 years now in total, for around 3 years in profitable areas. As you know, every trader has his own journey and his own development. And in my journey, I go through all the stuff in retail trading you can find in the markets: Elliott wave, resistance, supply and demand. And I go all through these things to the point that I realize the market is engineered in a total different way. And when you become aware what the market is, what forces this market drives, you can go deeper inside. And I recommend also for the community, for better results and for better understanding, you can go to ICT mentorship. It's free on YouTube. It's a great guy who gives his 30 years of experience to the traders. Because you see, we are all in transformation. We are heading to different times. And I go all through this development, and I find out for me how it's working, how the market is engineered, how it's set up, how the routines are, how the market makers looking only for liquidity. And I find also out it's not the price action what is relevant, it's also its time in the first place. So don't trade beyond the sessions. For me, I'm in Switzerland, I'm trading only London session and New York session. Asia is not relevant. I'm trading the majors and sometimes commodities. And as you mentioned, Joseph, and that I want to share in the community, mindset and the right risk management, I think it's going hand in hand. It's the key for every person, development trader who wants to go with a True Forex fund. To give you a recommendation for the True Forex fund, I visit all the players in the market, prop firms, and I must say, for me, True Forex fund is the right partner to go long-term, reliable. Yes, it's a young company comparison to FTMO or other players in the markets, but for me, it's not unpersonal prop firm where I pay out my profits. For me, it's a long-term game with minded people like you, Joseph, who's taken responsibility for his traders, who set up a good platform. Your service is very, very great, and I'm very pleased to work with you over the next years over years and be profitable. But as you mentioned, it's not in our favor to make much profit as possible. It's more in the prop firm area. Act as a professional trader with the right mindset and the right risk management. So it's not our game to double the account in 1 month or so. To have the right risk management is key. So I can tell you from my experience, I just go, as you mentioned, 0.25 or 0.5 only in trades, not more. And I'm very selective. I go to the probabilities, not over trading, no FOMO. The market is always there for you, every time, every day. And you have not to chase for trades. You have to build the mindset as a business person. You have to develop in it. I'm an entrepreneur over 30 years now, and I know exactly what it takes to be on top of the industry. So you have to be very disciplined. You have to know what you want to be. You have to know what person you want to be. And I can truly say that trading has made me a better person, a better husband, a better parent, and so on. And it gives you much more clarity to yourself. So in the first hand, beside the technical analysis, it's more the psychological overcoming the pattern, the belief systems, the traumata, what you have from your parents, and so on. And I think this is the key for being a calm and very professional trader. When you master this, you are very calm. And when the moment comes when you set up your trades and you are bored, let me say, no emotional excitement, you are just execute in high probability trades, and you are not focused on the outcome. But we are looking for probabilities, not for the single trade itself. We are looking for serious trades, and we are looking for our edge in the markets over 100, 200 or 1,000 trades, so that we can say our system, which system you are playing, is profitable over the long time. And I think that's the game. And I can tell to the other trader colleagues, work on your mindset, don't be greedy, come to the point what you are truly are, don't compare to other people and other YouTube Lambo guys, let me say. This is not the reality. The reality is your own reality that comes from inside. You're building it from inside, outside, and when you have a proper plan where you want to be in a reasonable time, and you must not be the top trader in 1 year. It takes time in all the different areas to develop a full trader personality. And so it's very, very good that we have True Forex Fund and have you in person, Joseph, who take care for the community. And I think it's a great potential for everyone, especially when we look at the upside down, what we look in the global area, the transformation, what we are seeing. This has a great impact. And also I want to mention that a really professional trader is looking in a holistic way. That does not mean not only looking at the charts. Yes, the charts are the reality. This is my conclusion, and the news are just a catalyst for the market makers to bring the prices where they want to bring them beforehand. So when you understand it and the media is playing in this game, you know it, but I think it's more the profound holistic view. What is going on? What are central banks? What are yield curves? What is inflation, stagflation, recession? What is going on in the bigger picture? What depends on what? And so we can see the bigger moves, the bigger picture, not only in the 5-minute chart, but look at the monthly, the yearly, and so on. And what what is the direction. And I think it's very interesting when you dive deeper, you understand it, and you understand Fed and Powell, what he's talking, and what is behind the logic, and ECB, and when you understand this, you can see also when we look at the euro dollar, for example, or the strength now in the DXY. It comes from the Fed, from the rate hikes, and it will go on under the target to bring down inflation. But this depends also the short-lived dollar strength, and the majors will go down. And nevertheless, from the strength of the DXY, you know, you also live in Europe. Euro is a special, let me say, art construction, constructed to fail. And so we will see also that this will collapse. We were below parity. We will see parity again. Maybe we have some upsides, retracements, just only to dive deeper. And when you bring all these puzzle pieces together, find a deep understanding what is going on, I think it helps you very, very much to manage your risk, to engineer what is going on, and to understand how this financial world is set up, especially beside of the normal reality of the normal people in the world. And we have a great chance, especially when we are in great turnarounds and transformations, and you know, the new world order is just begin with Russia and Asia and China. The old one with the dollar, the reserve currency, is in the upturn. We see some things in the upside, but we know there is a big change, and we have a west to east shift that has great impact on the markets, and you must be aware of it, what is going on, not only yet, but in the middle and in the long term. And I think for us as traders, we have great times when we play it smart and look what is going on. And everyone who takes it serious with the right mindset, with the right risk management, can profit very much and take advantage of this situation. Not only for him, only for the families and so on. And I think we will see a great transformation in Europe. Europe will go down. Many companies will go bankruptcy. You know, many people will not be employed anymore, and so on. And so our task is be very, very tough and clear and professional in trading with true Forex funds, let me say, and keep a good community. And you know, these people like you are very rare. And you can talk not to normal people in your surrounding about trading. They don't know what it is. They have false understanding, or they are not amused about this. So you have to be very very calm and not tell about what you are doing. You do it under your hood, let me say. But I think it's more important that we are connected in the community with the right-minded people, share each other, bring each other to the maximum level. And so I'm very thankful and grateful that we can meet up here. Joseph, we had many meals, many good meals, and so we can see face to face. And thank you again very much.
Thank you, Norbert. This is a lot of experience shared for traders and future assumptions that may or may not happen. And these are really useful for people who are listening and watching. Most of the traders or newcomers would see your profits, but they don't want to see what the work behind, or they really want to know how to get to those profits. We can share that you had 2 profit split with us. Is that correct?
Yeah, we can share it. Yes, we can share it in the group. I think it's more or less private. I don't want to be too much in the public, but we can share it inside, yes.
All right. So you had 2 profit splits with us already.
Yeah.
And if newcomers or people who are not into trading would only see the results, or as mentioned on other socials, all the cars and the excitement, they would be excited as well. But with the right mindset, they can take this trading as a business and build up something.
Yeah.
Now you are coming from you're an entrepreneur yourself, so you know how to build a business. But what would your advice be for people maybe who work a 9 to 5 and they want to quit and start trading, or they just experiencing trading for the first time and want to get into the mindset on, they want to learn the economics, the analytics, how to analyze technically, fundamentally. All of these can be found on the internet, of course, but there's much more to it. And you have the experience to share that knowledge with us.
Yeah. Yes, I guess the best advice I can give through my experience, Joseph, is find a clear plan. It's good that you have a 9 to 5 job. Please hold it. It's income for you. And I will go later in it. But please don't quit the job you are hating right now, maybe. But take it as an income source. It's very, very important that you have income to pay your bills, and you have not in the first place pressure to pay your bills. So it's important. Behold your job, go inside and what you want to become, and understand that trading is your personality. You go to the core, and in the long run, trading is nothing more than a business and a device where you put your knowledge in and you get profits and get your shares out of it. So you must go in this thing. It's not a time-related job where you said, okay, you have 40 hours a week and we pay you this salary. No, you have to put in the work, and you have to put in the analytics, you have to put in the right mindset, and this takes time over time. And then you can start, this is my advice, study ICT, look what is going on, focus on 1, maximum 2 pairs, for example, euro dollar and pound dollar, and look how this pair is working. But you must understand that every pair has its own drive, let me say energy, and is behaving in a different way. And when you learn and see every day, when you look at the charts, what is going on, where is the price come from, where is the price now, where is the price heading to, why is it so? And put it together maybe with the fundamentals, also beside of your 9 to 5 job, you get a better clue, step by step, what is going on. And please take your time and don't say, oh, I must manage it all and master it all in a year. It will not happen. When it happens, it's just a quick shot. You will make a big foundation for your legacy and for your family. So take your time and say to you, okay, minimum 3 years to be serious, 3 years of experience, and start with baby steps and look and maybe train on demo account, look to ICT, find only one strategy. This is working for you, and you need only one strategy. And it's okay. And go this way and you will see it will work, but you must be very, very tough. You must stay the course. You must be straight line. I recommend you go out of the social media, quit Instagram, and all these distractions. Focus only on the charts, on your mindset, and the things that are making you a better person, make you progress, and that are serving you. Other things skip, other people skip, focus, 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 and then you will see there is a strength coming out of you, and when you really want it, you can make it. It's only mindset. Everything we can access in the world when we really want it. It's an inside-outside game. We must first imagine and have a true desire and passion what we want to become, and then we can manifest it in the reality. And trading does not mean, you mentioned, Joseph, the profits, does not mean making maximum profits. It does mean freedom. And it does not mean, okay, I must make this profit and this more. No, I want to break free. I want to have peace in mind. I want to have a steady income. And maybe it's a little bit fluctuation, but I can do it on my own. I'm independent from companies and other peoples. And this is the way. Don't focus on the money, focus on the process and enjoy the process, and click in your MetaTrader 4 or 5, click the button where you can see the numbers, click it away. Don't focus on the numbers, focus on the process and on the right trade. During your trades, take partial profits. I know, Joseph, you mentioned it also in Discord. People don't take partial profits and they get out again, and their stop losses get taken out when it reverses on them. So please take partial profits and go ahead, put it to a break even when it's necessary, and so on. Be very careful, be very concentrated, focus on the trade you're doing. Don't distract and do not trade 20 pairs or so. You will be overwhelmed. And this is the way, and it's not easy. It's nothing more than a self-mastery. And when you really want to become your own master, let me say, your own true system, then you have to overcome the things, and it's a spiritual way. Trading shows you maybe the deepest holes in you, in the cellar, in the deepest rooms, and you only have to master them when you pick the cow on the horns and say, okay, I'm here, I will master it. I will not go down, I will not look back, I will master it, and you go on. And this shows up in trading, and that is the most reason why people gave up as traders in their career. Maybe there is the success is around the corner, but they gave up why they are too emotional. So work on your emotion, and when you make a trade, there is nothing wrong. You have to stay calm, you have to stay cool, you have to shut down your laptop, let me say. You can go to the gym, have some pumping, the trade is running. You have not to look every minute on your smartphone, how's the trade running. It's also crazy. I know these guys, they are looking every 2 or 5 minutes. It's crazy. That is wrong. So this is my advice. Please dive deep, make it very, very profound. Don't try to fake it until you make it, let me say. Lambo, no? The Lambo guys, make it really to your passion. Make really your homework, build a strong foundation, and know in every second what you are doing. And there is no more guessing or hoping. or fearing or something else, you do it. And you take the trade because it's a high probability. When it runs its top, when it's against you and your stop loss is taken, really good. This trade was risk managed and it doesn't hurt me. And I think this is the way where people find peace in it, and please step away from the fast, quick, rich scheme. It's nonsense. It's, I think, a part of the society. Faster, higher, and build faster up. No, enjoy the step by step by step and enjoy your growing. And sometimes you realize what you have learned over the months, over the years, it's yours. Never can take it from you. And when you learn to read the charts properly, and every chart, you are free. So you and also what I want to mention, when someone started, it's always important to find out in an early stage what kind of trader I am or you are. Are you a day trader? Are you a scalper? Are you a positioning trader? Are you a swing trader? Please find out very, very clear and test it what kind of trader you are. Well, this depends what the outcomes are, what you are doing. When you are a swing trader, you can work on a, let me say, weekly basis, on weekly wicks, and say, okay, I'm looking for 10 minutes a week and placing my trades with a wider stop loss, and you can do it. But it depends on your personality. So I advise you, please find out in this process what type I am really, and please do not fall in love with excitement. Oh, I'm a scalper, I love the thrill, and so on. No, find out what person you are. This is a business, and find out what style you want to deliver and execute the next 20, 25, 30 years. I think this is important.
What do you think? How can people find out what kind of trader they are? Is it based on how many profits I make, based on a scalping trading or a day trading, swing trading? Or how do I feel when I do a scalping trade, a day trade, a swing trade? Or what does it give to me? How many time can I allocate to do this or that kind of trading? What are your thoughts on how to measure or how to find out what kind of trader you are?
I think when you approach the charts and then the time frames, and when you come from a higher time frame and going step by step to the lower time frames, let me say you come from the weekly, you go to the daily, you go to the 4 hours, you go to the 1 minute, 1 hour, and there are scalpers. They say, okay, my higher time frame, my daily is the 4 hour. And I refine it step by step, and I trade execution on the 1 minute with a 2 pips stop loss. So you must understand that you must have the time to be in the charts. You must understand also the risk, what is involved. Yes, you can have a great risk reward, and you can make 1 to 20, 1 to 30, and you are done for the week or the month. Okay, but this is very special, and you must like it. And scalping is also not so easy. It's a highly psychical and mental game, and you must go in and out, and must work very quick. So it's not for everyone. I think many people get overwhelmed, and they are looking for the more slowly advices or slowly time frames. And as we know, the markets are fractal. It's no problem. You can switch to your time frame where you execute in the long term your trades. So yes, of course, when you are professional scalper, you can scalp out and perform out the market heavily, very brutal, but it's heavy work. They are exhausted. They can do it maybe for one hour a day, and they are done. Okay, good profit, but it's not recommended from my side. I do it more on the easy way and on the other side. So the people must go through all this the things and find out what time frame fits them best. What is the best feeling in the execution? Is it the daily? Is it the 4 hour, the 1 hour? Is it the 50-minute? What is going on in the one minute? And I think it's very personal. That is my advice. Go through it, test it, and every person is different and have to find its key, especially when you are new in trading and have so many illusions. Find out what is working for you and look to yourself. Find a mentor like ICT. Don't look to others and their profits. Look to you and what can you develop for your experience and for your professional career.
You know, Norbert, we have a lot of professional traders that true Forex funds just like you, but we also have novice traders and good traders who are just one step before becoming master traders, professional traders. And maybe it's really hard for them to take this one step, because this would mean they would become profitable, free, and they can make a living from trading just like you. We try to help all of our traders, regardless of their experience. But what would your advice be for these type of traders who are really just there, and they should never, ever give up before reaching their goals that they started?
Yeah. My advice for this colleagues, let me say, stay the course, be patient. There is a reason why you not overcome this wave and step fully in the presence of a professional trader. This is also a mindset theme, and I guess some people have fear for their own greatness, let me say. They're reaching for a target, and the target is in sight, and they are have fear. Oh, I'm becoming now a full professional trader where I can earn a living from. And let me say, it's a total different story when you trade beside your 9-to-5 job, or you make it, let me say, like a hobby. When you step in as a professional trader and this is your business, it's a total different thing in your mind. I know what you're saying. Most people, also when they get funded, the funded account is very fast, not in evaluation, and they failed because they have not the mindset to stay calm, to stay cool, not to over risk, not to over trade. I think this is the main point here. What is to focus on, what they really want and what they are really have to aware of. Trading for a business, as a professional, is a total different game. Also, when you were before very professional, very good profits, you have a good strike, but when you step in this arena, your world changes. And when you be aware of this, you must manage also this. And maybe this is the point, Joseph, where they are struggling and where they want to ask themselves, what does it mean when I go in my thoughts, I will be next week a professional trader and will live on it on my own. I will make the step. How does it feel? What are my fears? And go through it and go in it and feel the emotion and find out what is holding you back and what you need to become it. We are all here to become it, and we have deserved it in our journeys. We have deserved the best. So don't hold yourself back, but be prepared. It's a long-term game, it's a professional game, and it's a business. And when you stay on top of the business, you have to be prepared and you have to be a professional in all kinds of areas of your life. Sleeping, eating, exercises, relationship, and come to the markets beforehand and be prepared. That's it. And this is excellence. And I think this is the key also. It's not oh, we're going to trade, oh, I take the pound dollar this morning, oh, it's going up. No, it's a business. And when you really, really want it, you will make it. But when you don't want it to 100%, you don't deserve it.
And you know, Norbert, the first words that came out from your mind that you became a better husband, a parent, not just a better trader, it reflects as excellence in other part of your life. So it can be trading, and we are talking about trading, but it will reflect in other areas, just like your friends, family, whatsoever. And then the trading will be much easier as well. So I could also say, if you just if you have hard feelings to trading because it didn't turn out as you wanted to, then maybe it's time to let it go a little bit, step behind, and reanalyze your work.
Yeah. And what's in this field as an entrepreneur, I have to work also before on my mindset and my psychology, and I have to stay resilient. And I was in a industry very competitive, and I have to beat the big boys, let me say. And I get them, and I'm turned ahead of this industry. But this is also the mindset you have to have a mindset. Let me say, you are an unbreakable Buddha. When you want to become anything, you will become it when you are strong enough and when you believe it. And when you believe it, you are always there, and no doubts. And I think this is the thing. And trading as a business has so much benefits, is so much freedom, so much peace, and it's unbelievable and unpredictable. What I can say here to you, it's my own experience, and I can say every second I invested in my development was worth of it. And at the end of the day, to get you in my friendship, partnership, Joseph, and go on. And when you look around, it's the only way, in my opinion, to step out the matrix, what we are facing here, red pill or blue pill. And I prefer to take it in my own hands. So maybe when the community is thinking about this, it clicks in and it makes you more affordable and make more power to you to come now to the markets and learn it now, and don't put it next year or this year. No, the time is now. Take your time, and you will make it in your time, in your day, and of course you will be there.
You have a tunnel vision toward trading and business, and this is a good way to look in life as well. You reach what you want to have, or let's say, in other words, you have a goal that you want to be there at some point of your time, and you don't care about how fast you're going to get there. You just focus, and you take the journey and the process that involves you to experience maybe some ups and downs to get to your goal.
Yes, that's true. And I think, in addition, Joseph, when you treat your life as a business in total, it becomes also a turning point for you when you look at everything in your life as business and you look at a businessman at it. It has a total different outcome. You make total different decisions when you make it as a hobby and so on. Your decisions are very profound and they are looking to the long run. And I think this is a great mindset too, not the tunnel at the moment, in the now, but also, yes, I want to become this, and when I reach this, what is next? I think we are in an ongoing process, and be a professional trader, it never ends. Trading is an endless game, let me say, and your development is going on and going on and going on, and hopefully there is not the point one day in my life where I can say, okay, I'm done, I have the highest level, I've done the mastery. No, I think life is very precious, and you can get everything in life also per day, where you can learn something from people, from the markets, and so learning never stops, and I think this is great. You can always be better, you can develop, and nothing is so perfect that it's not in the continuous improvement.
This also involves taking one step at a time, or like climbing one staircase at a time and not jumping to 5, because you can fall back easily.
Yes.
What would your advice be to take only one step at a time and go steadily forward instead of rushing 5 steps or more?
Yes, step by step is truly a very good advice, but it depends a little bit on the personality. For me, I'm a multi-project guy, let me say. I love it to do 2 or 3 projects parallel, but this is not for everyone. So I would advise to be on the secure side, do it really step by step, take your lessons learned, go to the next issue or theme, go through it, master it, and take the next thing. So step by step is really the fastest and the securest way for everyone. Yeah.
You talk about high probability trades. You talk about also a lot of fundamentals. You take technicals and fundamentals hand in hand, and also your psychology, which is really important. Can you show us some real life examples how you make a trade, or how you assume that the future outcome will be what you think?
Yeah, we can go, let me say, okay. So let me show you an example. This is the euro-dollar chart on the 4-hour. And as we know, all euro-dollar is in a downtrend. And as you know, there are some levels where the market makers are referring to, and they are coming back and taking liquidity. As I mentioned in the beginning, in the market, it's all about liquidity. And the market makers are going for this liquidity. As you see here in the chart, we see here the previous monthly high, weekly high, daily high, and the lows. And as you see, the price always comes back to take out the liquidity below and above these areas. So, and what we see here, it's so-called fair value gaps. This is an imbalance through the price action you see here. It's very, very hard sell off. This causes an imbalance in the price, and at some time the market makers come back and take this liquidity again to go in the other direction. So, and this is the way I trade, and I go always deeper in the sessions. And you can always see in TradingView there are indicators. You can show up with the London session and the New York session, and you will see the price action is going on in London and also in New York session, and where the volume comes in the order flow. And so it makes sense to study maybe this areas and look at the so-called kill zones where the price is tapping in. Let me say here in this area a little bit, to take out all retail traders, let me say, and go right away in the other direction. And I think this is the way where you can look more smart at the markets and find a logic behind how is the price engineered. And when you dive deeper into ICT mentorship, you will see, he comes from New York time, New York midnight. How is the price set up? There is a central bank's range also, and so on. You can study. I will not go too deep in this, but you can see there is the logic behind. And when you master it, and it will also take time, there is no more guessing what is going on, and you find a very, very good way to master the charts and the price action, let me say. This is a smart example. I don't want to go too deep in it. So I manage my trades with a proper and good risk management, as I mentioned, not over leverage, not overtake, no hustle, no FOMO, and risk-based and rule-based. And so you can see also in my results, there are no drawdowns. The risk is always in control, and I can sleep on it. And it's very important that you can sleep as a businessman on your work, and don't have to worry what is going on, or is my account blown away when I wake up and open my account again the next day. So
all right,
yeah.
Thank you. So next to technicals, do you take fundamentals before your technical analysis reaches that resistance or support line, or are you going to look at fundamentals right before entering? How do you put fundamentals to technicals?
I think the fundamental is overall, and when you make the fine-tuning in the preparation, especially on Sunday afternoon, you go to, let me say, for example, for a Forex calendar, maybe for the Forex factory, and look what is going on in the next week. What are the high probability trades? What is the announcement? What is going on in the news? What are the possible outcome? Is it true, or are the numbers bad or good? What has it impact on the price, and how does it affect your trading? And I think it's very good to mention it, Joe, that you have restricted it as a rule that especially in high volatile phases, when news comes out and the market is putting out all, in ICT term we say it's a seek and destroy candle who takes out above and below all traders. It does not make sense to be in that game and to wait what is going on. And when the price is going in the normal way, you can set up your trades and your execution. But I understand fully that we are trade on demo accounts, and you want to bring it on the real account, and there is so much slippage that you can do it not. So it's a good advice. Don't trade on this heavy volume, crazy, erratic charts. It does not make sense. It's just an event, but it's short-lived, and it does not mean that is the reality. The reality is someone else.
we allow news trading, so people can take trades during the news events, many macroeconomic events, but they have to take the risk as well. But this is also good for people who are already in the trade, let's say from the morning, and they just want to hold it till the evening. So they can just go through the news trading without actually closing the trades.
Yes.
And of course, you can wait for the news to settle down, find the direction, and then get into the trades.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of trading styles are welcome at True Forex funds.
Yeah.
So it's a good way you take the fundamentals on Sunday. You know what's going to happen next week. What news will come out? Maybe in the Eurozone, there will be some news that is important to you. You also analyze, let's say, the dollar index. So you know what the dollar index does, what the Eurozone does in the next week. You know how Euro USD will react on certain support and resistance levels. And then you will decide at one point that you will enter the trade. How do you manage this moment emotionally? Do you set a limit or stop orders? Do you execute your trades on market execution? Do you use an expert advisor for this? What is your way to manage your emotions and your trades at this point where you know everything on the technical and fundamental side?
Yeah. I think to keep it simple, there is no optimal trade entry. Let me say, you will never find the optimal entry. I think it's more important to have the direction and to manage your trade properly. This is the key, and to keep all puzzles together. What you say? Yes, the fundamentals are overall. You have to watch closely what unfolds in the week. When is the price action available? Then there is a window where I look a little bit closer. For example, this week the DXY is a little bit correcting, waiting for the data come out on Wednesday. And with a high probability we see then the DXY is shooting up, while in the meanwhile the euro dollar and the pound dollar is a bit correcting up and will come down at this event, maybe. So this the puzzles you can put together and wait. I have no EA, I make everything handmade, I have no FOMO. And you must understand, when something happens, there is always a retracement where you can find your safest entry. You don't must to be also in the first hand in the trade. And when you understand this, there is no panic, no FOMO, and oh, I must go in and I watch it clearly and every second. No. You can wait, you know the direction, and when you see clear signs in the charts that the price action unfolds in the direction you saw and find fundamentally, then you can take action. But only then. So I work. Yeah.
Okay. Let's say everything went according to your analysis and you missed out the trade. Life happens, you were not at your monitor, at your screen, you were with your family, you missed out the trade. What would you do? How would you react on this if you planned this for a whole week? And what would your advice be for people who maybe miss out the trade?
I will be advised not to be happy about this. As happy as you take the trade. Don't chase the market, don't chase the trades. There is every day another trade around the corner. And maybe there's a reason why you can't take this trade. So in the first hand, you're a businessman, you have made no loss, which is a profit, of course. So when you have this mindset, you don't have to chase trades and maybe this is the one trade you plan for the week. Okay, it's gone. Concentrate on the new week. This is a long run, a long game, and you can also look for 2 or 3 probable trades this week. And when one trade is gone and you are not fast enough or you have other things, look at the others, if they will work, and it's fine. So put your emotions away, no FOMO, no hesitation, step by step, and be very, very cool and very, very easy, and don't get emotional in any way.
That's a good advice. And the second scenario, let's assume the next day you will find the same probability, and then you take the trade and it goes in favor of you. How do you handle this situation? Do you define a take profit area and you let your trade run, or do you decide based on emotions when or where you're going to close a trade? And what are your experiences? And from these experiences, what your advice would be for any trader who may be struggling with taking their profits?
Yes, it's a very big point, Joseph. Thank you that you mentioned it. It's a big learning curve for me in the past, and I waited too long in the past to take profits, and I learned to plan every trade and have a rule-based system when and where I exactly take the profits and pay the trader on the way. And you can see it on the charts in your trade, and you can say, okay, my rule is after 20 pips I'm in profit, I take 20% off, for example. And this is very personal, but there are targets in the charts that are very clear, and there you can put your first take profit also. And I will advise and recommend for every trader colleague, work on it, have a plan, and don't overcomplicate it. Find a rule and a rule-based system where you can execute every trade, and don't and overthink. Oh, how fast can this thing go? Where can I take profit? Find a rule where you execute it on the same way, and you are good, and you don't have to think on every trade. Make it simple. And over the long run, you will see this small take profits will cover also small losses at the end of the week, and you are also good. And that's the cool thing. And I think this point cannot stress out enough. So it's a very good point that you mentioned it, Robert. So we are back.
Thank you, Norbert, again for sharing. And we talked about a lot of things in trading, but I think there's one more thing we have to talk about is either we close our trades in profits or losses. Do you take another step ahead in the game and analyze both of your wins or losses to better your trades, to better your future analysis?
Yeah, I think the monitoring, I think you talk about journaling and looking in the past, in the history, what is going on, what is the results, where is the take profit, was the loss. Is this the point you want to know? Or
Yes, exactly, because some people take this as their rehearsal for a new trade. Some are learning about their past mistakes or past gains. And some people, they are focusing on the future and what the future will hold, what the next opportunity will be. So a lot of people take trading history as a useful tool to learn, but also it can also be a useful way to focus on the future, not analyzing the past, but forward analyzing on future outcomes. Maybe there are a lot of ways you can react or interact with the charts and or your trading history. And I would be grateful if you could talk about the way you interact with your trading history or any assumptions you have in your mind when you sit down to trade or you leave the computer when you trade.
Yeah, of course. I make a review every week and look inside, and as you know, my history, there are not so much drawdowns and losses. I focus on the wins and maybe small wins, but I want to be consistent and I hate drawdowns, so I'm be very careful. What I found out also with ICT mentorship, when you have the proper mindset also in the trading, you set your stop loss automatically on the right side. So the possibility that you are taken out is very, very slow in comparison to the normal retail stuff you learned. So when people are have problems with the stop loss too tight or however, when you learn the market maker and the smart money concept, you will see that sometimes you see in the charts, okay, this is the resistance or the support, and from there on I will do the long and the short, and you see, okay, they snap a little bit and go down and go up a little bit with a wick and take the liquidity. It's not about to get the retailers done. They just need the liquidity, and they do it maybe twice or a third time. And when you know it, you can see it in the charts. Okay, there's another fair value gap, there's an order block, they want to take liquidity, this is a target from the smart money market makers. You can work with them a little bit more in peace, and the setting from your stop loss is in the right place. And so look inside, people, community, look after ICT mentorship. He has a 2022 new one established. He's a cool guy. It's very profound. He brings it to the point. And when you study it, give it a chance, you will see a whole different world in trading and in the charts. And someday it will click and everything makes sense to you in a different way. And Joseph, we want also colleagues, they are profitable, they are good, they are calm, they know what they are doing, they are not gambling, and they want to build with us a super business with profitable, stable income and make true Forex fund a legacy in this industry. This is our target.
Thank you, Norbert. You know, we have more than 12,000 people on the Discord channel, so most of them will really be grateful for the knowledge and the insights you've given, and all of everyone who's just watching this on YouTube. So I'm really thankful for sharing all these useful informations, and I hope that our viewers will grasp on them and will turn these into profits and good experiences.
It was a great pleasure. Thank you very much, Joseph.
Can you tell us maybe just in a few words of what your advice would be for anyone who watched our video and never traded before and they want to start trading? What would your advice be for these people?
The first advice is, what is the reason behind that you want to become a trader? Is it the money, or is it the lifestyle behind? I think this is the profound question everyone must answer for themselves, for himself, for herself. And I think this is the driver, the foundation for all what is coming up. Do you looking for the easy, quick money? Then you are not in the right place. Are you looking for a business, a tough business, but you can learn it and have great freedom and income, then you are right, but you must put the work in it every day and be committed, more committed maybe as you ever were in your life, and you can master it. But on the first hand, you must ask yourself why I want to become a trader. Trader is a mindset, and a trader is more than clicking trades and sell and buy. And when you can answer it in a profound way, you're on a good side. This is my advice, Joseph.
Thank you very much. Would you recommend True Forex funds for people who want to join trading?
Yes, absolutely. It's a great place to be, a great platform. You have managed it on a high scale, on technical, but also on service side. I enjoy it very much. I'm very grateful that we are partnered here, as I mentioned, for a long time. And I guess we have together a great future, and we will take advantage of it.
I hope more and more people can join us, just like you, Norbert, and we will see more people succeed with True Forex funds.
Yes.
Thank you again for being here, sharing everything you have, and giving us the time to master a new professional way and approach to trading.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Have a good time, and all the best for you all. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, Norbert. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching us. Make sure to stick around because more is going to come soon. Please like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss out on new video updates. For more information, check out the description below.